I would like you to talk for 1 minute without hesitation, deviation or repetition while we can dream on the subject of Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon starting now.
I'll do it!
Stop it! I can't hear.
I heard Joe yelling in protest there for a start, so what's your challenge, Joe?
Well, physical assault. Also, hesitation and now wiping.
Oh, what's a sort of hesitation, yes.
That's illegal in 2 states.
Fan service right here.
So, Joe, you have 55 seconds.
That's how I play the game.
On the subject of Sailor Moon, starting now.
I've seen a lot of pictures of other people watching Sailor Moon. And what I enjoy about this experience is watching their eyes light up.
Sometimes
Jerry,
watching?
Yep, 2 watchings. So, Jerry for a correct challenge, and 46 seconds on the subject of Sailor Moon, starting now.
What I love about Sailor Moon is his grizzled beard and his amazing ability to sail through the seas.
I think he said his twice. I think he said his twice.
His is one of the little words that we allow repetition of.
Oh, sorry, okay.
This is sort of, got together beforehand and decided to start on things that are not actually the thing that one should challenge on. Jerry gets a point for an incorrect challenge and has 37 seconds on the subject of Sailor Moon and his grizzled beard.
Now the grizzled beard...
From when I've seen other people watching Sailor Moon, he doesn't have a grizzled beard.
I'm talking about a different Sailor Moon.
So that would be
deviation.
There we are, that would be deviation.
It's a different guy.
Joe, you get 33 seconds on the subject of Sailor Moon, starting now.
One of the other things I enjoy about watching people observe Sailor Moon is that most of them can in fact detect that Sailor Moon is female. And as such, does not have a grizzled beard, but rather has a mini skirt. Now this dress is not actually on her face as the grizzled hair falls away.
Grizzled?
I said grizzled, but I said hair function to cover her beard.
So, Jerry,
You grizzled twice.
Jerry, you get a point for a correct challenge. No, what am I talking about? Yes, he does, yes. And gets the subject with 11 seconds left. Who would have thought that on the subject Sailor Moon, the words that would come up next is grizzled beard? 11 seconds starting now.
Now, obviously, I know that Sailor Moon is a beautiful girl with a short skirt and long hair.
Stop!
Yes?
She might have short hair. He could be deviating.
Are you alleging she grew it out, Joe? Are you alleging deviation?
I just...
Yeah, no. So, Jerry gets a point for an incorrect challenge, and about a quarter of a second to talk about Sailor Moon starting now. Sailor, there we are.
Can I just say how proud I am that I set the trap for 2 men talking about Sailor Moon enough to make a Sailor Moon uncomfortable enough to leave the panel.
Is it because we took notice to the beard?
Jerry, it's your turn to start, and I'd like to hear you talk for a minute without hesitation, deviation or repetition on the subject of Fruits Basket. Fruits Basket starting now.
I love a good fruits basket from a client after doing a particularly good job on a project. Sometimes they...
Stop!
Yes?
Deviation, I believe.
Yes, actually, I believe so, since we were implicitly talking about the anime.
But you didn't say that.
It's called anime, just... Yes, I did say that.
You said before when we talked about doctors, it could be any doctor.
Were you talking about doctors?
But it's my turn to bully. Joe, you get a point for a correct challenge. And 51 seconds on the subject of Fruits Basket starting now.
My favorite thing about Fruits Baskets is that I happen to know that it is Paul Cornell's preferred anime, which is acceptable, but he does feel that it is...
Oh, he got it.
I heard the
Yeah.
Yes. Tadao, you get a point for hearing an and I do like your very classy challenge of putting your finger in the air and going, as opposed to Joe's,
But he never gave us, like, specific, hey, can we...
It's not a part of the game, it's just a little style thing.
Did I get an extra point for using the correct finger?
Tadao, you get a point for a correct challenge. And 39 seconds on the subject of Fruits Basket starting now.
Fruits Basket, that wonderful anime, eclectic characters that can all change into other things and other beings. Wherever you go, it's always amazing. The girl gets in trouble, the guys rescue, and the cleanliness factor in this anime is absolutely astounding. Why they don't have it with a British subroutine, I have no idea. But we love Fruits Baskets. It's wonderful, fresh, indigenous, crazy. What else can you ask for from an anime except for fan subs, Heinz, and other things that go along with...
I feel like that's a deviation.
I heard Joey marginally first there. What's your challenge?
A deviation.
How?
He just seemed to be rambling. I don't think it was about anything.
I don't think we're quite there yet.
I didn't use soy sauce, okay?
But technically Joe got it first, so...
No, he didn't. He's not talking about cooking yet. So, Joey, you get a point... no, you don't. Sorry, Tadao, you get a point for an incorrect challenge and have 4 seconds left on the subject of Fruits Basket starting now.
Fruits Basket is my favorite anime, and Paul.
Sorry.
Never have so little been said about anime.
Was anything you said actually accurate?
It's anime.
It's anime.
Oh,
It's very cleanly.
Well, ask Paul. It's his favorite. I know this.
Okay, Tadao, it's your turn to start. For 1 minute, without hesitation, deviation, repetition, or cookery, on the subject of Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist starting now.
Full Metal Alchemist has my favorite Vic Montoya doing the voice of Edward Alric and his craziness with an empty suit of armor as they go along trying to resurrect everything they can of their lost mother through the craziness of alchemy.
Craziness.
Sorry?
He said craziness twice.
Did he? Yeah. Okay.
I'll give you ribbons. Hang on.
Sweetie, let me get your chair.
Sit down, for God's sakes, I can get my chair.
No, you
Don't
can't.
let us do anything.
Union rules.
Quickly now.
Go.
Okay, go. Right, Joey gets a point for a correct challenge. I'd better just introduce the newest member of our panel.
Hi. Sorry, I'm late.
We could have him introduce himself.
Jay will be joining us from now on. I don't think you've got a hope of winning, but you've probably got a hope of overhauling everything.
You might,
Good.
you might be the Ross Perot of this group. I'm not sure.
Hello, everyone. By the way, I'm J. Michael Tatum, and I have been previously known as a voice actor, but after this con, I will be officially known as Paul's stalker.
Now, Jay, we are playing a game called Just a Minute, which involves talking without hesitation, deviation, or repetition. If you hear one of the other players doing one of these things, shout, and it will be your turn to take over the minute. Otherwise, I will assign you a minute, and it is your duty to try and talk on that subject for a minute without hesitation, deviation, or repetition.
Only a minute?
You've been on a panel with me. You should know how. Oh well, I'm going to lose.
And remind me, who'd just done what?
I just did the thing with the craziness.
Right. Okay, so Joey has got a point for a correct challenge and has 46 seconds remaining on the subject of Full Metal Alchemist, starting now.
My favorite thing about Full Metal Alchemist.
I heard Tadao.
That was a joke.
I heard
Yeah, it was.
How was a hesitation a joke? I heard Tadao.
No, it was a joke.
Oh, a joke.
Oh, choke.
Because I know alchemist. I know the word alchemist.
I will acquiesce that one.
It doesn't matter if it was a medical condition. We ask you to come to the field of play in full health. Tadao gets a point for a correct challenge and has 42 seconds on the subject of Full Metal Alchemist, starting now.
Full Metal Alchemist with that arm of armor, the cloak of red, and more that will be said in magic.
Stop, Joey.
I feel like I did stop that. It was a big pause.
There was a big pause there, yes.
Yeah.
So Joey gets a point for a correct challenge and has 36 seconds on the subject of Full Metal Alchemist, starting now.
My favorite thing about Full Metal Alchemist is the idea of the homunculi and creating this life that has no soul and is therefore pretty evil. And what I hate about the...
Yes, Joe?
I think there was some hesitation and then he paused slightly and then said something that made no sense.
Touche, Joseph. Touche.
We all like pretty evil.
You're pretty.
You're pretty
evil.
Yeah, Joe gets a point.
Girls, you're both pretty.
Joe gets a point for a correct challenge and has 19 seconds on the subject of Full Metal Alchemist, starting now.
My favorite thing about Full Metal Alchemist is that arm of armor, as has been previously discussed.
I saw Tadao first by a tiny relativistic moment. So,
Yay, TARDIS!
Tadao, what was your challenge out of all the many it could have been?
Hesitation.
Indeed, okay.
That was not hesitation, that was whiskey.
So,
It was your medical condition, Joe.
Tadao has 10 seconds on the subject of Full Metal Alchemist, and could you just not go back to arms and armor and stuff? Starting now.
The watch is the most amazing thing about the Full Metal Alchemist, working with a union of magical...
Oh, Ellen, my God, you're still here.
Excuse me, Paul, but who helped get you invited to this convention?
That's 10 points to Erin.
It's okay, she's still behind.
It's
cute.
What's your challenge, Joe?
Tadao lets me steal things.
We weren't supposed to talk about that.
Under the rules of just a minute, what would your challenge be? Work with me here.
Use your words, Aaron.
Even I'm wondering about this one. Wait a minute.
I'm sorry, I'm choking just like everyone else. I have that too.
I tried repetition. We've been talking about Full Metal Alchemist.
Yes, repetition. I repeatedly steal things from Tadao. Repetition.
It's been such a long time since we've heard from you, so yes, you get a point for a correct challenge. All right. And you have 4 seconds on the subject of Full Metal Alchemist, starting now.
I would like to tell you the delightful story about how I came about to own.
Time.
It's very clever, Aaron. Just distract everyone long enough where they forget whatever happened.